I am trying to stay warm. What's going on, world? This little vegan here, and I'm coming at you from Trinity College in the beautiful city of Dublin, Ireland. I just got here like a few hours ago, and I've been exploring the city, and I am loving it so far. But I wanted to make this video to talk with you a little bit about my experience over the last 9 days in Glasgow, Scotland. Honestly, probably one of my favorite cities that I've been to so far on the Compassion Tour. So I just wanted like a platform for me to be able to express my feelings and just thoughts about the last 9 days, and I wanted to share them with you. But first, I wanted to thank all of you for watching this video and supporting me on the Compassion Tour. It means so much to me knowing that I have you following along. If you aren't already subscribed to this channel or following me on Instagram or Facebook, make sure to do that. It's at This Little Vegan on Instagram and Facebook. And then there's a little red button below that you can subscribe to this channel. I do weekly videos just trying to share this adventure with the world. So, Glasgow, where do I start? Honestly, such an amazing experience. I'm still trying to process the last 9 days. I had such a blast. It is definitely a city that I want to go back to. If you are vegan, you need to go to this city. From activism to the food to the culture, it is just such a beautiful place for the vegan movement. There are 13 fully vegan restaurants within the city. The activism community has everything from an Anonymous for the Voiceless chapter, Earthlings Experience, the Save movement, and then so many dedicated activists doing their own creative things to be a voice for the animals. So I felt welcome there. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to all of the activists that I met in Glasgow. It was such an honor getting to fight beside you for the animals in your city. I did 4 or 5 different actions there. I started off strong with going to a vigil in Paisley at a slaughterhouse where we saw, I think, about 6 or 7 trucks filled with sheep come. I met some really dedicated and passionate activists that I know I'm going to stay in touch with. And so it's always nice being able to start off my time in a new city, meeting people who are doing the things I love to do. Next day kind of went into just eating my way through the city. I had an incredible host, Amber. Big shout out to you. Thank you so much. For those of you who don't know Amber, her name is Amber Pangea on YouTube. You should definitely go and subscribe to her channel. She's doing some huge things in regards to vegan activism, specifically a lot of powerful outreach. She does some interviews on the street, and her communication style is just amazing. So you can really see through her videos the connection she's making with people, so she's changing the world. But yeah, so hung out with a lot of friends, did a Cube of Truth at Glasgow University, which was such a great experience. As you know, I'm sort of addicted to participating in Cube of Truths with Anonymous for the Voiceless. Then I ate some more food. A big highlight, because I know everyone's been asking about the food that I've been eating in Glasgow. I had one of the best burgers, because you know I'm on the hunt for the best vegan burger in the world. There's a restaurant called the 78, and then a restaurant called Stereo. One was, I think, a seitan burger. The other was a broccoli patty. Both of those were like neck and neck for maybe being number 1 or 2 burgers that I've had on the Compassion Tour. Another restaurant that I really loved was Picnic. Beautiful place. I had a big sweet potato with curry on top, so it was nice to get something a little healthier and stay away from all the junk food. The Hug and Pint, that was really good. It was sort of an Asian fusion place, so I'm sure you saw all of my Instagram posts and the videos because I was eating a lot. Some of you even commented on that, asking me how much weight I've been gaining. But what you don't see are some of the days that I'm eating only 2 meals because I'm either sleeping in or just super busy, or the oatmeal and the avocado toast that I'm making for breakfast to kind of save some money. So in between all of that eating, I did do some more activism. So probably one of the most emotional experiences that I've ever had as an activist was when I went to the live auction just outside of the city of Glasgow. I went with 4 other people. We sort of split up so that we weren't together in there. And I've done a live auction before, but I had never done one that was this big. So for those of you that don't know what a live auction is, basically it's a place where local farmers, backyard farmers, will bring in their animals to sell or to auction off, and people will sit in these stadium seats and bid on these animals. They'll literally throw these animals into these little corrals where they look so frightened and so scared, and people will just hold up these little signs, and they have an auctioneer, I think that's what they're called, kind of yelling out a number in pounds. And some of the sheep were going for 10 pounds, 20 pounds. I mean, they're reduced to this price, this number. And so the whole car ride back, I was trying to process that. I was trying to take what I had filmed and what I had seen and turn that into, a positive action, what I can do on social media and what I can do with, videos and photos in order to share those animals' story with the world. That's going to be an experience that I'm going to remember for a while, and as hard as it was, I'm so happy that I was able to experience that. So that's a big takeaway from Glasgow. After that, did some more eating at some restaurants, and then it was International Cube of Truth Day. Basically, that was 194 cities around the world were having a Cube of Truth on the same day. That was November the 5th, so that was 2 days ago, and that was amazing just to know that 194 chapters we're having a cube on the same day. That is massive. Like, I felt the energy all day. I think it's the largest vegan outreach event to ever happen in the world. This was epic. I can't wait to see just how impactful we were. So the biggest thing I'm taking away from my experience in Glasgow, and I'm sort of just expressing it now, is friendship. And on the Compassion Tour, I've met so many people, and it's been very rare that I've got to spend more than a few days with people, and this time I got to spend about 9 days with the same people. So I really got to learn a lot about them as individuals. They got to learn a lot about me. We shared stories, positive, negative. We shared our ideas, our passions, our desires, our hopes for how we want to change the world. So I think this was such a special experience for me. Just knowing that I'm able to connect with people on this level while I'm traveling really means the world to me. So really, respect and honor every single person that you come in contact with while you travel, because they're going to be friends for life. I mean, when you are in a place where you are not familiar, you may be a little uncomfortable, you let your guard down and you start to experience and share things with people that you may not when you are just living at home and when you're comfortable. So I think that's what makes growing and fostering these relationships really special, is you get to learn a lot about people. That's the biggest thing that I'm taking away from Glasgow. I definitely am going to go back. I felt that it was a place that I was really comfortable in, hanging out with the people, walking around the city. I got to know the streets really well. I got to kind of know about my environment. I was like, oh, I know where that restaurant is, and oh, I know where that area is that we're going to set up for a demo. So that always makes me feel good when I'm, in control of my environment. Other than that, that was my Glasgow experience. I really appreciate you watching. It's been really nice to share my experiences and my feelings with you. Hopefully you're able to gain some value from my experience and learn from my mind and from my heart, because that's what I want to bring to you. Now, it's on to exploring the rest of Dublin. For the next few days, I'm just gonna be resting, relaxing, getting caught up on some social media, working on my website and some videos before I move on to my next city, which is Barcelona. Have some big things planned for that. I really appreciate you watching. If you aren't already subscribed to this channel, make sure you do so that you can stay up to date with everything on the Compassion Tour. I greatly appreciate you following along. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. And like always, everyone, keep choosing compassion. Peace.